ये था कॉन्फ्रेंस का नाम और डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स के ऊपर दुनिया भर से इस वक्त इंटेलेक्चुअल्स आए हुए हैं, वो डिस्कस कर रहे हैं अपनी टॉपिक्स को। मगर मेजर जो इस वक्त टॉपिक थी इस वक्त कॉन्फ्रेंस की वो मेरी टाइम, नॉर्दर्न साइप्रस मेरी टाइम है, टर्किश मेरी टाइम है, उसके ऊपर डिस्कस किया। बहुत से ग्लोबल इंटेलेक्चुअल्स ने, न्यूज़ डिबेट की टीम यहाँ भी पहुँच गई है और मैंने बहुत सारे सीनियर इंटेलेक्चुअल्स जो ग्लोबल हैं उनके साथ इंटरव्यूज़ लिए और नेवर बिफोर सीन फुटेज किसी भी चैनल पे ना चलेगा, ना चला है, ना चल सकता है। सिर्फ और सिर्फ न्यूज़ डिबेट पे आपको देखने को मिलेगा। हमने डिस्कस की टर्किश और पाकिस्तान के ताल्लुकात, हमने डिस्कस किए रशिया और पाकिस्तान के ताल्लुकात। आपके होस्ट ज़ैन खान ने यहाँ पे स्पीच भी दी पाकिस्तान तुर्क ताल्लुकात के ऊपर। मगर हमने और इंटेलेक्चुअल से भी इंटरव्यूज़ में पूछा कि पाकिस्तान तुर्क ताल्लुकात किस तरफ जा रहे हैं, रशिया पाकिस्तान ताल्लुकात किस तरफ जा रहे हैं। CPEC के ऊपर हमने गुफ्तगू की। नाज़रीन, इस वक्त हम अपने पहले गेस्ट की तरफ चलते हैं, पहले इंटरव्यू की तरफ चलते हैं। प्रोफेसर वॉल्कॉन ओज़देमिर, ये एक तुर्किश इंटेलेक्चुअल हैं, प्रोफेसर हैं, लेक्चर्स देते हैं और पढ़ाते भी हैं। आइए चलते हैं उनसे थोड़ा सा डिस्कस करते हैं कि उनको ये कॉन्फ्रेंस कैसी लगी और उनकी क्या राय है कुछ मौज़ूआत पे। आइए चलते हैं।
Hello, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Volkan Özdemir.
What do you do?
I am actually a chairman of ATA platform, Asia, Turkey, Europe, in Turkey, and we are dealing with mostly geopolitics, energy and trade affairs in wider Eurasia region.
How do you like this conference? What sort of a difference do you think this conference is going to make?
I think this conference is going to make a huge difference in the sense that in Eastern Mediterranean, where all the other territorial states have a stake in regional affairs, Turkey and Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, starting with this conference, have shown a big effect and a real political alignment in order to save and defend their thesis in international arena.
Last question, in a few words, describe Pakistan-Turkey relations.
It's really hard to describe Turkish-Pakistani relations because it is eternal. It's based on friendship, mutual friendship for decades. But I think this friendship or these relations, bilateral relations, will become more important in the coming Asian age, in Asian Pacific age. Since the beginning of Pakistani's membership to Shanghai Cooperation Organization, I think a new way has been opened for Pakistan, and it will have ramifications, positive ramifications over bilateral relations. So by basing on close relationship with Pakistan, Turkey will embrace Asian partnership strategies more. That is why I think this partnership will evolve into something very crucial, important decisions between Pakistan and Turkey.
Thank you so much.
नाजरीन, अपने फेवरेट गेस्ट और सेकंड गेस्ट की तरफ चलते हैं। डॉक्टर अमेटी गुज़ुगुज़ेली, तुर्किश रिपब्लिक ऑफ नॉर्दर्न साइप्रस की बहुत अहम शख्सियत हैं, अहम इंटेलेक्चुअल हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ों की मुसन्निफ हैं, राइटर हैं, स्पीकर हैं, पब्लिक इंटेलेक्चुअल हैं। असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर अमेटी गुज़ुगुज़ेली, उनसे थोड़ा सा डिस्कस करते हैं इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के ऊपर कि उनको ये कॉन्फ्रेंस कैसी लगी, ये कॉन्फ्रेंस की इम्पोर्टेंस क्या थी, और थोड़ा सा पाक तुर्क दोस्ती के ऊपर भी उनसे ज़रा हमने बात की है। आइए चलते हैं इस इंटरव्यू की तरफ।
Right now we're with Assistant Professor Dr. Ameri Guzzuguzeli. She's one of the main people behind this conference. Welcome to our show, Dr. Ameri.
Thank you very much. Also, you're welcome here. You're welcome to our country. You're welcome to Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. It was nice to see you here. And really, this is the important day for us because that is the very important topic which we are discussing today, the changing world order. Yes, that is very, very good and very, very important issue. And we see Pakistan is very important country to us. Why? Because the world has changing, and it is doing step by step. And Turkey is an global actor here, and Turkey made a balance with its relations to others. And we see the good relations with Pakistan and Turkey. And in this context, it's time to start with the relations with Turkish Cypriots as well. Yes, today everything has changed. What changed? We see Eastern Mediterranean, and we see the Turkey is here. We see the drilling activities continues by Turkey. Why? Because someone who the Greek Cypriots and Greece and the EU also, the western part tries to isolate the Turkey from Eastern Mediterranean. That is not possible for us.
I also want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on today's conference. Can you tell me briefly how important is this conference for the region?
Actually, that is very important because it was the first. Why? Because we see here the Asian countries, representatives just like you. And also our friends from Lebanon, from Russia, and from the other countries came here and we discussed. It was not easy actually because the Greek side, Greek Cypriots and the other Western side tried to isolate us from the world. That is not acceptable for us.
That is not acceptable, but not that easy either.
Yes, it's not easy. You see, we are talking about the 21st centuries, and there is no any sample which isolated from the world. Only Turkish Cypriot is isolated, and Turkey is our motherland, and Cyprus is a part of the Turkey. In fact, because we are Turk, we came here we are Ottomans Turks. So this is very important thing. So in this context, I think many participants gave many important speech, and they mentioned that the Turkey is a key actor in the region, and Turkey determines to protect its rights and also the Turkish Cypriot rights.
Last question, briefly, can you describe Pakistan and Turkey relationship?
Of course, Pakistan, we as a Turkish Cypriots, we love many much Pakistan and the Muslim people here. And we know that during the 1970 peace operation process, Pakistan also behind the Turks. And many Pakistan doctors came Turkey and helped the Turkish soldiers, and they really behind us during the history. So that is the important thing for us, and we really loved all the Pakistan people, all the Muslim people, and I would like to send my all good wishes to all of them. And inshallah, God bless all of the Muslim world and also Pakistan world. And we pray always for the Pakistans, especially in the case of the Kashmir problem. We know that issue is also our issue. This is the important thing. So thank you very much. You came here and you meet us, and it was really good for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Actually, it shows our brothership.
Oh yes.
Thank you.
Indeed. Turkey, Turk-Pakistan relations Zindabad. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
हम इस वक्त मौजूद हैं टर्किश रिपब्लिक ऑफ नॉर्दर्न साइप्रस में। इस टॉपिक को मजीद डिस्कस करते हैं, लेकिन एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद। टेक अ ब्रेक। वेलकम बैक व्यूअर्स। हम इस वक्त मौजूद हैं काया पोलाजो होटल में। इस वक्त हम बासे शहर साइप्रस यूनिवर्सिटी की फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस चेंजिंग वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर ब्लू वॉर्स इन द ईस्टर्न मेडिटरेनियन में इस वक्त मौजूद हैं। हम अपने तीसरे गेस्ट की जानिब बढ़ रहे हैं। वो इस वक्त लिविंग सबसे बड़े रशियन फिलोसोफर और पॉलिटिकल थिंकर माने जाते हैं। बहुत करीबी उनका ताल्लुक है कुछ लोगों के मुताबिक वहाँ के रशियन प्रेसिडेंट व्लादिमीर पुतिन के साथ, और इनका जो थिंक टैंक है वो पूरी दुनिया में माना जाता है। अलेक्जेंडर ड्यूगिन, आए चलते हैं। मैंने उनसे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग गुफ्तगू की और उन टॉपिक्स पे गुफ्तगू की जो ना अभी तक इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में उन्होंने डिस्कस की, ना उन्होंने उर्दू लैंग्वेज में डिस्कस की, और ना उन्होंने कभी रशियन लैंग्वेज में डिस्कस की। मैंने उनसे पाक रूस दोस्ती के ऊपर भी बात की और उनकी राय ली सीपेक पे भी। आए चलते हैं उनकी इंटरव्यू की जाने पर।
हम इस वक्त मौजूद हैं अलेक्जेंडर ड्यूगन के साथ, द लीडिंग इंटेलेक्चुअल इन द मल्टीपोलर वर्ल्ड नैरेटिव। उन्होंने इतनी सारी चीज़ें लिखी हैं इस टॉपिक के ऊपर, इतनी सारी उन्होंने गुफ्तगू की है इस टॉपिक के ऊपर। इस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं रशिया में, वेस्ट में, लीडिंग इंटेलेक्चुअल। वेलकम टू आवर शो मिस्टर अलेक्जेंडर ड्यूगन, इट इज़ अ प्लेजर हैविंग यू।
Thank you. I'm coming here to speak about the role of Turkey and Northern Cyprus in the multipolar world. But in order to explain that, we need first of all to define where we are in the world order, because everybody speaks today about the changes, the transformations, but we need to be more precise, and I define that as transition from unipolar world to the multipolar world. And unipolarity was established after the end of the bipolarity that had its own rules and balance of power. After that, there was a unipolar moment with other balance of power, with hegemony, globalism as the main tendency. And now this unipolarity is going to an end, it's ending, but it is not yet ended. So it is a kind of process. And now we are entering into the multipolarity, and that changes once more everything. That creates new rules, new balance of power, and we need to redefine that. We need not only follow, but as well to help to create and to put our desires, geopolitical desires, into the practice.
You're right, and you know it also brings new areas of war as well. You being a philosopher as well, I want to ask two questions. First question would be, briefly, do you think today's conference is important?
I think that conflicts are always possible.
Conference. Do you think today's conference is important?
Yes, today's conference is very important because it is important that we are discussing Northern Cyprus problem not only in the small context with relations to the Southern Cyprus, to Greece, and so on, to Europe, but we are putting the Northern Cyprus problem in completely different context, in the context of security of the Eastern Mediterranean, in the context of the Turkish position in the Middle East, and new paradigm that is creating on the global of the geopolitics.
Alexander Dugin, you are considered an intellectual, philosopher. You're very popular within the youth, especially in Russia, and also many other Eurasian aspects, your Asian youth. How do you see Pakistan, and we've all seen Prime Minister Imran Khan's bromance with Putin. You know, they were hanging out. You know, we saw those videos at different events that they both were at. How do you see the future of Pakistan-Russia relations? Do you think they're getting closer?
Yes, absolutely, because Pakistan is choosing more and more openly multipolar position. Before it was a kind of unique instrument of the unipolarity of the West in the region, when India was more likely to make a alliance with Soviet Union. But everything now has changed, everything. So Pakistan trying to get closer and is very close to China, that other pole of multipolar polarity. And I remark that now Pakistan tries to find closer relations, establish closer relations with Russia. So I think that is completely new tendency in Pakistan's geopolitics, and Imran Khan is populist. He couldn't follow only one line. He is very attentive to what the people wants, and I think in all the sectors of the Pakistani population there is a kind of will to reposition Pakistan as sovereign country, an independent country, and as a pole of this multipolarity. Because if you are not a pole, if you could find your place in multipolar club, you will be the instrument, tool. You will have no sovereignty at all. And I think that sovereignty, national sovereignty for Pakistani people is essential and becomes more and more important.
Last question, your comments on the Belt and Road Initiative and CPEC. How do you see this project going? And do you see China's project bringing Pakistan, Russia, and all those other multipolar aspects coming closer together?
It started, Belt and Road Initiative started as the kind of Atlanticist project in order to avoid Russia and to link China directly to the Europe. And that was supported by globalists. But little by little, with this global change of paradigm, Russia and China are getting more and more closer to them, between them. And now China is considering to include Russia in this project, and Russia, Putin, is very willing to do the same. So we are creating starting from Belt and Road Initiative, a full-scale Eurasian initiative. Now this initiative is changing its meaning, and that is most important development, most important issue. Putin has proposed to call that Greater Eurasia project, and Pakistan has its legitimate place in both, in Belt and Road Initiative in the first version, but much more in this Great Eurasia. So the Pakistan is very important empire in my eyes, Sunni empire of the Eastern Sunni empire. So it is a kind of special kingdom or special civilization that could not be reduced to Arab Islam, to Turkish Islam, to Iranian Persian, that is Shia Islam. So I think that Pakistan is important pole, very important pole of Islam, and Islam is the global pole of this multipolarity. So we need to redefine the place of Pakistan in this situation. And I have met in Beijing recently very interesting Pakistani thinker, Jas Akram, Dr. Jas Akram, who has developed very interesting idea about how Pakistan should transform into great Eurasian power, working with China, with Russia, with Iran, with Turkey, so in new context of multipolarity. So I'm very glad, for us, very important.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alexander Dugan, for being in our show.
You're welcome.
इस टॉपिक को मजीद डिस्कस करते हैं, लेकिन एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद. टेक अ ब्रेक. वेलकम बैक व्यूअर्स. आए चौथे गेस्ट की तरफ चलते हैं. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट गेस्ट हैं, बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स पे हमने डिस्कस किया उनके साथ, और इनका बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट ओहदा था. मैं इस वक्त बात कर रहा हूँ रिटायर्ड एडमिरल जेम गुरडिनिस की. उस वक्त एक सीनियर जियोपॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट हैं, बहुत चीज़ों के मुसन्निफ हैं. बहुत हार्ट फॉर्मिंग गुफ्तगू हमने उनके साथ की, और बड़ी पेचीदा डिटेल्स में हम गए जब हमने जियोपॉलिटिक्स के बारे में और डिफरेंट ममालिक के साथ ताल्लुक़ के बारे में हमने उनसे बात की. आए चलते हैं एडमिरल जेम गुरडिनिस से बात करते हैं और उनकी राय लेते हैं मुख्तलिफ टॉपिक्स के ऊपर. आए चलते हैं.
I'm retired Admiral Cem Gürdeniz.
It's a pleasure having you on our show, News Debate. Love and peace from Pakistan, dear Admiral.
Thank you very much, Jive Pakistan. This is what we say in Turkey because we always believed in the Jinnah Atatürk friendship and Pakistani Turkish eternal solidarity and friendship, and long live it.
Sir, it is a pleasure and honor for me to be interviewing you. Sir, can you tell us what is the importance of today's conference?
Today's conference is so important because in first time in Turkish Northern Cyprus history, experts from new Asian age is coming. Professor Dugin is with us, and there are representatives from all over the world here in order to discuss the Eastern Mediterranean question regarding Turkish maritime geopolitics as well as Turkish Cypriot geopolitics. And we are very pleased that this is going to be creating very fruitful results, both politically and academically and of course psychologically, because as I said before, this is going to be the first time. Yes, in the past there had been conferences, but mainly from representatives from the Atlanticist way of thinking, and this time the world is undergoing a very dynamic change in terms of world order change, I would say, and therefore I can say a new age, Asian age, has already started, and I salute Pakistan for its support for changing this new world order from unipolar order to the multipolar order, because Pakistani-Chinese relationships and Pakistani-Iran, Pakistani-Turkish relationship is very dynamic and very, let's say, supportive in this radical change from unipolarity to multipolarity. And therefore I said that the Asian age started, and if you follow the One Belt One Road project, for instance, the CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, and its impact in the world geopolitics is countless. And therefore I support your rapprochement with China, and also I wish India-Pakistan relationship under the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, as well as vis-a-vis with the two countries, could be better in the future. And I wish Kashmir problem cannot be exploited by a unipolar system in order to create chaos and commotion in the Indian Ocean basin. And therefore I suggest both sides, India and Pakistan, wisdom to cope up with this problematic area. And I wish that the multipolar world order could bring peace and stability in the globe.
Few words on Pakistan-Turkey relations, you making role model of a modern Muslim man, Kemal Atatürk. How do you see Pakistan-Turkey relations future?
Yeah, you have the Jinnah. Jinnah is your Atatürk. When Jinnah founded the Pakistan, he followed the principles of Atatürk, and therefore Turkish-Pakistani friendship is so strong based on the Atatürk and Jinnah's thoughts. And therefore, if you return back to Jinnah thoughts, and I am sure you can take the Turkey's role model more applicable in your society. But if you follow the, let's say, type fundamentalist way of thinking, I think it's not so easy to transform your I had many friends from your country. In fact, in the heart, your society is so open to modernity, to let's say enlightenment, and also the world, let's say, technological changes and social changes. Very dynamic society, and I think you should be prone to the exploitation of the foreign powers. You know, what we have seen in Afghanistan, what happened, and we have seen in your northern sectors and during the Afghan war, what the hegemony, exploited your topography, your social diversification, and therefore I think the Pakistani people will understand the real values of Jinnah and Atatürk's dictums, okay, because they made a good foundation, good, let's say, solid base for both countries to improve.
Dear Admiral, can we both say Pak-Turk Dosti Zindabad, which means Pakistan-Turkey friendship Zindabad, together, Pak-Turk Dosti Zindabad.
Zindabad.
Thank you so
always,
much.
always.
Thank you so
very
much for your time. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. It's great pleasure to
It's
know
great pleasure जी. ये हमारे साथ थे एक सीनियर थिंक टैंक को लीड भी कर रहे हैं एडमिरल जेम ग्रूडिनिस. That's how you pronounce it. उन्होंने हमारे साथ डिस्कस किया पाकिस्तान तुर्क रिलेशनशिप के ऊपर. उन्होंने ऑल्सो ये भी बताया कि किस तरह उनको मुसलमान सोसाइटी का फ्यूचर नज़र आ रहा है और वो बेहतरी की तरफ जा रहे हैं.
जी हम इस वक्त चल रहे हैं अपने अख्ताम की तरफ शो के. आप देख रहे थे फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस बासे शहर साइप्रस यूनिवर्सिटी की तरफ से, चेंजिंग वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर, ब्लू वॉर्स इन द ईस्टर्न मेडिटरेनियन. न्यूज़बेट की टीम में आपका होस्ट ज़ैन खान मौजूद था टर्किश रिपब्लिक ऑफ नॉर्दर्न साइप्रस में. आज आपके सामने हमने ग्लोबल इंटेलेक्चुअल्स के साथ डिस्कस किया बहुत सारी टॉपिक्स, पाक तुर्क रिलेशंस, पाक रूस रिलेशंस, CPEC और कमिंग वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर की तरफ हम डिबेट लेके गए. हम आपके लिए इसी तरह ही नेवर बिफोर सीन फुटेज और रेयर इंटरव्यू क्लिप्स लेते आएंगे. दुनिया घूमते रहेंगे, पाकिस्तान घूमते रहेंगे और डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स और रेयर टॉपिक्स, पॉलिसी मेकिंग टॉपिक्स के ऊपर भी डिस्कशन करते रहेंगे. अगले एपिसोड तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए. मैं हूं आपका होस्ट ज़ैन खान. न्यूज़बेट की टीम को टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय.